Hello everybody, Harding Boys here once again with another Minecraft Let's Play. We go check this out. Here, look at this. This is looking a lot better. This was at 55, so that means it is going down. But it was at 55 a long time ago, so hopefully I don't have to come back in here for a while and touch this. Hopefully this will do its own thing. So I added a couple of features. Moved the dispensers back for the meltdown system, because I was accidentally activating it when I opened up this door, which is just very basic storage. Come on, buddy. Store it.
Fail!
Come on, buddy. I'm lagging a little bit. So this... Well, the only thing in there is that chest. If you can see it. Wow. Struggle bus. Hold on. Yeah? Yeah, nah. Okay. We'll get back to that later. Not happening right now. Anyway, made this little sucker right here. Now this is a nice feature. Little service corridor that goes from here to the power chamber. Right? Covered up some more of that over there. Put some lights on the what's going to essentially be a trophy room at some point. Let's go check out some of this stuff now. I didn't make a ladder up to the ceiling. I need to do that because there's some stuff we're gonna do up there. Well, we were gonna do it up there. I think we're gonna change pace and do it out here because it's lit. It's flat. Just like it. It's better. So we're gonna do that. I think we're actually gonna do it over here. This looks like a good place for it, like right around here. It's fairly small comparatively. I mean, compared to that behemoth. So we're gonna be researching a new source of power, much smaller and probably a little bit more practical than that. And we're gonna be working on some wind energy. That's right. So it's actually going to be apart from this facility because this is a green energy and we want it to be in a nice open and greenish environment such as the one we have provided here. So we're going to have a windmill. There we go. Those are eyes. I'm from Texas. I apologize. So basically what I'm thinking is we're gonna have obviously we're gonna have like the pillar up to the you don't go there. There you go. There you go. Okay, whatever. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen a tree do, by the way. I saw that earlier and I decided not to comment about it, but it is a little weird. Okay, so before it gets too dark, I want to show you guys, this is going to be small, much smaller. I think that our structure is going to end up, our base structure is going to look like this, with a pillar running up the middle, like that. I'm going to just jump, forget it. Okay, we're going to go inside before things start creeping on us. Like literally creeping on us, because I still haven't put a door in the back of this thing, and that's going to be a problem later if I don't do something about it. Oh, in a hole. Let's get out of that hole. Come on. There you go. Alright. Let's get rid of this nighttime, because we don't like that nighttime. Let's see. Give me that. Alright. Phone message. Okay. So, windmill. This is going to be an interesting little structure here. Because we have to actually... Do I have any dirt on me? I do not. Great. Let's go grab some dirt, because we're going to do a lot of scaffolding type things. And we're going to need to use that dirt to get up and down and around and whatnot. So grab some dirt. Is this where I keep? That is not where I keep my dirt. Where do you keep your dirt? In a dirt chest. Duh. Okay. We're gonna have to come up with a storage system eventually, but that's not a priority right now. Buddy? Well, hey. You spawned outside. Why is that a thing? Why'd you come out here? Okay, so the structure, it'll have to be somewhat tall, but it won't have to be very wide. I experimented around in creative mode with this idea a couple times just to make sure it worked, and it turns out pretty well, in theory anyway. I missed it. Dang it. And I need to eat some food. Conveniently, I now have a wheat farm. So if I'm desperately low on health, I'll get to it later. But anyway, in the meantime, go back up here. And looks like actually that's good. That's kind of what we want. So we're gonna actually make a platform. I think it's gonna end up being, how did I measure it out before? I'm gonna end up, let's put it at like that. 4 across here, 4 across the other side. And that is actually going to make somewhat of a square, kinda. Okay, behind this. So if we come up around here, like that. Whoop. Work with me here. Okay, what am I at? I'm gonna make a square, so what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 more, come on. 2 more, 2 more. Okay. And then another 9 across. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that brings it. That's good. Where we want that. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. All right. Oh, somehow I knew that was going to happen. Let's get some food going in here. You know what? I need to start a cow farm along with the sheep farm, because right now I just have a bunch of sheep. I could kill the chickens and eat them. That could happen. I could just quickly build an automatic chicken farm, but it's not what we're working on right now. Okay. Bread. Eat some bread. Realistically, bread would be a lot more filling than it is in this game. Okay. Default went to my sword. Why did I do that? Okay. So we have, that's our base platform. It's gonna make a circle. We may have to move the actual like pillar where it stands up on over, but you get this is more or less just to get the general size of the structure. So let's get some more grass, not grass, dirt. Oh, hey. Cool. Alright, so we'll come up here. Yeah, like that. Break that. And put us another stone slab right there. Okay, so this platform is just basically going to be, this front part is going to be the actual windmill itself. It's going to spin around in, I mean, it really doesn't matter which way it blows, whichever the way the wind blows, I suppose. But that's going to be the direction of the windmill. Now, the way this is going to work is we're actually going to have pistons that flow in a circle, or something representing a circle, in a like circular motion. That's what we're going for. So it's going to be a little bit tough to do, but I've kind of run through the logistics of this. in creative, and looks like that's it for the stone. So stone slab again. Alright, just keep laying these suckers down. And now that I'm thinking about it, this is the first time I've really done, like, tried to do a huge building, or at least a somewhat largish build in a recording. I usually don't, mostly because of the lag that it causes, and it causes some significant amount of lag on my game. That's okay though. So we're gonna do that, like that. And we're gonna be using a lot of stone slabs for this base, for this entire world. We're probably gonna be using a lot of this stuff. Space station's probably gonna have a lot of this stuff with it. Come on, because it looks clean. I like clean. Where you going, man? That's what I talk about when I talk about lag. I mean, my computer has a mind of its own. Besides, I'm going places I'm not going. Okay. Oh my! This is really not okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, it's not just enough that we're going to put the pistons going in a circular motion, although that would give the effect that they're being blown in a circle. Really, the point is that we're going to have to actually get power out of this, and it's going to have to be somewhat inconsistent power, because wind power is somewhat inconsistent, because it is dependent on the wind that is blowing, and as we all know, the wind does not blow consistently. So that is the challenge that we have to add to wind energy if we're going to be practical and realistic about this. So I'm going to actually leave that one open so that we can get in and out. And I will go get some ladders. Missed again. Lag will do that to you. Okay, so we got that all dealt with. And okay, here we go. So let's go get some ladders. Hello, sheepies. Bye, sheepies. So this is not really complicated redstone. If I can, I'll show it to you guys how it all works. It's pretty simplistic, but it's a concept. Hello, single stone slab. How'd you get in there? Where did I come here to get wood? Sticks. Need those. Wood. Oh, that's right. I left all my spruce logs up in the nuclear facility up there. That's what I used because I had to clear out a lot of spruce logs to get to where I was going. Oh, I'm gonna need a crafting bench for this next part. It's okay. Let's do that. Oh, that's gonna be plenty. We don't need that many. I can maybe use half of that. That's probably enough. Actually, let's do this. Yeah, that'll work. And that's not divisible by 7, so we'll have a couple left over. Like that. And 24 ladders is probably enough. So, you know what, since we have this odd thing going on here too, we'll do that. Alright, so we'll take some ladders and make a way to get up there, because I like being able to access things. Okay. And this is actually more practical than climbing into a nuclear reactor core with all the radiation and such. Okay, this will actually, will this work? Yeah, clearly it works a little too well actually. But that is going to be a wall, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay. So the way this works is pretty simple. Basically on top you're going to have some detector rails and some powered rails. And powered rails are going to be They're not actually going to be on all the time. They'll only be on depending on the signal they get from a randomizer, which I'll build. So I'll have a clock and a randomizer. Those are pretty simple builds. And then the really simple part is, and I don't have my pistons up here with me, so I'll do that and come back. But basically going to have a piston up in the middle on the front, and then on each side, and then one on the top. So you can't really tell with that, but anyway, that's kind of the idea. That's what it would look like. I'm going to go ahead and put that there. So yeah, so we're going to get out of here and get some pistons. Alright guys, well, I obviously did some work. I'll show you guys exactly what I did, and then we'll get started doing some of the real magic. What I have here is well, this is a system where I can put in a minecart. It will go around this will become important in a second, but every time the minecart hits one of these detector rails, it will trigger the correlating piston down below and push it and cause essentially a circular motion, and it should be pretty easy to work out. I only have 4 pistons right now. I'll show you guys what it looks like from the front. Right now it looks pretty ridiculous, but that's probably going to change. So let's go on. Oh yes, important. This is very important. The energy. This is how it creates energy. Every time the detector rail here is triggered, we'll trigger this dropper, this actually needs to be a dispenser. Dropper might work. I think dropper will work. We'll see. Anyway, dropper shoots a thing into the hopper, shoots it into the chest. Chest gets lots of stuff in it, and eventually this all gets pretty much filled up. So that's how the energy works here. Now, the way the actual creation of wind is going to be from up here. Just two pieces of machinery. One is the obvious etho timer. This one's pretty much self-explanatory. You put things in the hopper, and this is what we used in the nuclear core reactor as well. But it's set at a pretty decent pace. I have it at 16 blocks, so it's a pretty steady pace. Connected to an automator, or not an automator, a randomizer. And I use this for making there you go, see? I used this for making the Monopoly board. It was basically, each one of these was a separate number in a dice roll. And if you put together 12 of them, you get 12 different numbers. So 12 possibilities, 12 different numbers. Anyway, so what you have here is that this randomizer has this has birchwood, but one stackable item, one non-stackable item. And when the stackable item goes up into the comparator, or goes up into the hopper, the comparator will trigger a power to that block, which will turn off that redstone, which will actually turn off the power rail beneath it. So it will essentially stop the minecart. But if not, then it'll just keep going if it's not triggered. So it'll slow it down, but it won't stop it completely. So, and that's kind of how wind is. You can kind of slow it down. You can even get it to where it's almost non-existent, but it's still there. So that's kind of the thing we're going for. But it will slow down the minecart essentially, and we'll still have stuff piling through that chest pretty quickly. Now this is the part I wanted to do with you guys. I've already done the first one. As you can see, you just take the redstone from up top, and actually, this does need a little bit more explanation, doesn't it? Where these detector rails are, if I go underneath and calculate where they're at and place a block underneath that with a space, put some redstone on top like I'm about to do, you'll be connecting it to that detector rail, and it will go off every single time a minecart goes over it. So let's go back up here so I can figure out where I'm at. Okay, so we're back corner, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we come over here and go do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So then come up here. Immediately go. Too high. Okay. And then, okay, like that. We can break that. Let's go ahead and start getting a direction in mind. Now this is actually just going to go right to that one right there. So this is very, very easy. You can see how this is just incredibly simplistic. You could theoretically do this with a lot more of these suckers. Like I did one in my creative world with just to see if the concept worked. I did 9 pistons. That just looked weird to me, so I just stuck with 4, even though this doesn't look fantastic. You still get the circular motion, but it's not too busy, and I think that works out pretty well. So that is actually gonna work for redstone. So let's go ahead and get some dirt blocks. And didn't okay, lag, you do that. Okay, yeah, lag is not liking me today. Redstone on top. Up top. There it is. Okay, there it is. Good, good, good. And this should just go directly into that. And just for good measure, I think this will still work, but on the off chance that it doesn't, we can go into that block right there. And there's no doubt in my mind that that will power the piston. So we can actually do something pretty much identical to that on the other side, since these sides are symmetrical. So we come back to this back side here. We come up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, come up. Dirt block. Double stone slab. Okay. And then just run it the same way we just ran it. And whoop, like that. And we can break that. Alright. And then block here. Come up with the, oh, okay. Hi. The last one is going to be the worst, I think. But in the meantime, we're not going to get to that one yet. Redstone there. And then leading into that block. Easy. Easy does it. Okay. The last one, where are we at? I think it's right. Oh no, oh, this one's actually a lot easier than I thought, because I did it this way on purpose actually. So if I come up here, I'll show you guys where it's at. It is right there. So all I have to do is very simply, and I mean, I'm not even sure if I need to put redstone here. If that was the case, that'd be like really awesome. Come on, done. I think we're good. I think that'll actually trigger that. Oh, no, it won't. Here's why. Okay. This will, though. So every time that minecart goes on top of that, it'll just trigger. No redstone required. That is brilliant. Okay. I'm not really going to hide that too much up there. Let's go ahead and put us a minecart in here and start it rolling. Brought one with me. Okay. And let's just see what happens. I didn't mean to get in the minecart. That'd be no, hello. Go other way. There we go. Aha, there you go. Look at that. Good to go. Now it is going to do that periodically, I think. I hear the pistons. Now that is not going to read for a while. It's going to take a lot of stuff to make that read, but it's obviously got stuff in it, so that's good. That's what we want. And until that gets at least halfway, that's just going to happen. That's fine with me. I think that looks just fine. In the ideas of science. Come on now. I would like to go down to see what this looks like from the outside. There you go. Okay, so then we come Back over here, very little redstone on this bottom part. Most of the redstone's up on the top. So, go down. There you go. Alright, so I hear the pistons firing. You may not be able to hear them. I'm lagging an awful lot. Guys, I'm not sure what the deal is here. It looks like we're having some glitches here where it's not... No, it's just stopped completely now. The wind stopped. The wind has stopped. So this is what I get for working with half slabs. Look at that. That's all that had to be done. Placement of a half slab fixes everything. So changes the actual like ID of the block. So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, that's working. That's looking a lot more circular now. Now because I'm lagging, and this is definitely a lag machine itself. Let's get out of here first. Go, come on. There you go. See, that is the issue. I'm thinking what the problem is that when the wind slows down, it doesn't slow down, it just stops. So we may have to try something else as far as the rails go. But so far, at least it looks decent. Let's see what the power's like. The power's not going to be there for a while, actually. But it'll come eventually. Let's go back up there. Okay, guys, so solution. I think, in theory, this should keep everything running smoothly. The power rails that are connected both to detector rails, except for this one. This one's just kind of a freebie. Both to detector rails and to the power, the power from above, so the wind energy. Because of that, the minecart will always be able to go around. However, it will not be able to stop. It won't be able to stop. It will be able to slow down significantly, because now I don't have two of these suckers right together. And in theory, and we've all learned about theory today, this should be able to, let's find a good spot to push this off at. This should be able to push this all the way around, no problems, even if the power turns off. So, sounds good. What happens if the power turns off? It'll happen. It always does, eventually. What happens? Come on, tell me. It's still going, guys. Good. Alright, that's what we wanted. Good. Aside from the fact that it's a huge lag machine, it's working just fine. Also, one other change to note. I did change this to a dispenser because that will require a lot less space to put power into. So, much easier to fill a dispenser than it is an entire chest. I'm not sure why I was using an entire chest, but that's been fixed. Okay. It's kind of like, what is that game? I don't know what game that is. Anyway, it's bad. It's like timing issues. Okay, this is actually looking pretty decent now. Oh look, we've already got power in it. Look at that. That's good. So wind energy is working. Wind energy is an up and running thing. I think to make it look a little bit better, I'm going to put some bigger legs on this thing. Make it just look a little bit nicer on the bottom. But, it is futuristic. It could just be floating in space, but I'd have to have a scientific explanation for that one. That's just not going to work. So, but that's looking pretty decent. I like that, and it's got a power reader up there. I like it. It's not the prettiest thing I've ever built, but it gets the job done. And that's what we're looking for. Now, some people could, back in the ye olde days, they used to use those to crush up wheat and help make grain, or help harvest grain, I should say. And that's a possibility. I could use it to harvest wheat, but there really is no practical purpose for that when you're in space. So let's take a look at the nuclear core. I have not looked at the thing yet since I started working on that piece over there. Hey, it's really not looking too bad, to be honest. Now, if I should probably check out... oh, you know what it is? I probably need to go check out... Really? Probably need to go feed it some power. It's probably what we need to do with it. I may just go ahead and connect a button, this button right here, that one, to what we're doing on the power station back at the actual MASA base. We're going to go ahead and press this button, and that, in theory, I've said that a lot today, should get this thing cooking. Clock. There it goes. So if I can get that to decrease pretty quickly, that would be great. Fantastic. So I don't want to have a meltdown. I'm impressed that I didn't have a meltdown that entire time. I didn't touch the thing. That was the one worry I had, that if I started working on big projects or something, that I was going to have to, you know, be worrying about this constantly. But so far, this has not been a problem. Only when I've been working on it specifically has it been a problem. But I guess that's to be expected. I want to decrease right now, right? So we're going to do that. And hopefully that'll start going down. Come back later and check it out. But anyway, guys, so that's kind of what's been going on. Let me guys go talk. Let me know what you guys think about what's going on in here. Obviously, this is probably going to need to be lit up a little bit better, given that it's a MASA industry. But let me know what to do with the hut. We may just get rid of the hut. If you guys want to keep it, we can, but I may get rid of it. Legs on here. Also, random piece of stone slab missing up there. I'm not sure how I'm going to even get to that one. Alright, well, we're going to actually, let's just do this real quick. And if you guys like this, let me know. If you guys absolutely hate it, you can tell me that too, I guess. I just won't listen. But I appreciate you guys watching, taking the time to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something. Thanks. And have fun playing Minecraft.